What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Dermy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with a... Well, let's just be real. This is a Tim Pool video. This is a Angry Dermy video. This is a Tim Pool misrepresents everything. What do you want me to say? The dude is just full-on grifting. I don't know if grifting is the right word anymore. The dude is being a total... Frosk. Let's say that. Yes. This is his doubling down, just like Frosk did and G4 did. This is the doubling down moment where in his latest video, his massive video, he went on to complain about the quartering, compared the quartering to the quartering, that Umbrella Guy, Chrissy Mayer, Brittany Venti, Simpcast, which, oddly enough, two of those things are the same thing. Actually, you could say three of those things. Brittany and Chrissy, they're Simpcast and all that. That they are no better than TYT, the Young Turks, Sam Cedar, and AOC. And that they're just so obsessed with him. And that, my God, well, why do you guys... I don't like making these drama videos. I don't like talking about e-girl drama and stuff like that. Well, this is going to be a bigger video. This is going to be a longer video. Because I'm going to do this real quick. I'm just going to show you something real quick. We'll come over here. This is my notes of timestamps. This is not even the complete timestamp. Like, I did not go through all of it. I got into 38, and you can't really see it, so I'm going to do something real quick. Right there. I got into 38 minutes in, 28 seconds, before it just starts doing what Tim Pool does and going all over the place. And throughout all of this, he is all over the place. Some of these things just diverge into all sorts of insanity. But because of that, and yes, you're going to see all of this because I'm going to be basically debunking everything Tim Pool says in this video. And we'll be going over it a lot. I think because this is such a massive video. This is a 48-minute and 36-second video. And I'm really just trying to think, where's a good spot to begin? You know what? We'll just do this. We will start with the 10 minutes and 34 seconds in, because this is a long video. And I think there's a particular moment where a lot of it just starts becoming the same. Becomes the meat and the potatoes. How about, I'll say that right about here.
Think of your more fickle fans. They know you and they overlap with
here we go.
Of your audience, like AOC. Express righteous indignation at prominence in this.
So we will start here because this is interesting.
Cut out to be whatever it is that people expect or want in this space. That is to say, in order to rise to prominence in this space, you absolutely must pander to a tribal force.
In order to rise in this space, and I'm sorry if the volume's a little low. I haven't cranked up all the way. I downloaded this video because I got some interesting things to do. But in order to rise in this space, you have to be tribal. Yes, in order to rise, you must be a grifter. Like AOC.
You must be like AOC. Express righteous indignation at the turn of on a dime the moment your audience demands it. Because you have different elements of your audience for any one of these organizations. You have your diehards. They'll support you no matter what you do. You have...
Here we go. This is the audience. And we're going to be jumping around because I want to get into this part first. I do think this is a very interesting part. And then we'll jump over to the mob to bands and we'll get into it. But I want to get into the meat and potatoes once he starts going through the YouTube stuff.
Of your more fickle fans. They know you and they overlap with other audiences, but you better do as they say or else.
Fickle fans. Okay. Fickle fans. The overlap fans. You know, the fans that are normally your everyday people. Several people would be classified as your fickle fans. Even your diehard fans. See, this is the problem with what Tim Pool's saying here, and this is one of many issues in this video. He doesn't think that maybe some of his diehard fans can also be fickle fans, that some of his diehard fans are also annoyed with the Eliza drama, with him calling everybody paid PR bots. And before we'll get into it, he denies ever saying those words. He says, no, you guys were just tripped by a PR firm. I never attacked my audience. I never attacked my fans. I never attacked my chat.
Then you have normies who might watch. For most of you who are listening to this podcast or are watching, and are not familiar with some of the names I've mentioned, you probably fall into the category of like a passive fan. And I mean that with no disrespect.
The names that he mentioned, by the way, is Eliza Blue, Jack Murphy, and the Quartering. He has such a boner right now for the Quartering.
Somebody who likes listening to things I have to say, watches the show, but you don't know a whole lot about the deeper workings. You appreciate that we talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, war, conflict, what's happening in this country, and you want to learn more about the world. That's the overwhelming majority of the people who follow me. Then there is a faction of diehard fans, people who watch every single video, who support us directly at timcast.com and things like that, and they're going to defend us because they really believe.
I was a diehard fan. I defended you. I actually defended you for a while. I didn't care that you weren't talking about Eliza Blue. I was annoyed, but I thought, hey, this is Tim. He's not going to ever talk about this drama stuff. He didn't talk about Jack Murphy or anything like that. He won't talk about this. Although something changed when it came to Adam Krigler and his whole stream on this situation, where Tim kind of started breaking a little bit, I think is a good word. Him attacking his chat, him going Frosk on his chat, the Quartering, all this, it is breaking Tim. And him doing that, him attacking the chat, is what finally told me to stop. Just stop. Go away. He's not worth it anymore.
In us. And for that, I respect you. And I appreciate it. And then you have the more fickle overlap fans who watch because there's some kind of alignment that would benefit them or their worldview, but they will turn on you unless you do as they say.
I didn't turn on you unless you did what I said. I turned on you when you went full Frosk on your chat.
I mean, there's other, you can quantify fans in other ways or individuals and audiences in other ways. But these are the people right now that are particularly upset with me because they've demanded that I disavow certain individuals. And by not doing so, they've created a, viral news cycle among people about drama related to me that I quite honestly think is a net negative in terms of moving forward. It exemplifies that these people are very much the exact same thing that AOC is that I just...
No, what's going on is you are ignoring a massive story. You are ignoring individuals who have been banned. You are ignoring a greater implication when it comes to Eliza Blue, her connections to the new Yoel, I cannot say the guy's name, Yoel Roth. I just had her name a little bit ago. The new head of Twitter Trust and Safety. Eliza Blue has a connection to her. She's getting people banned. She's getting people kicked off left, right, and center. It's been 19 days for Brittany Venti to be kicked off. Brittany Venti, being a massive fan of Eliza Blue, seeing a timeline issue, posting public screenshots on Twitter from a video just saying, hey, do you have an explanation for this? Getting nuked for no reason. Quartering getting nuked for similar things. Yellow Flash, Camelot, all getting nuked for similar things. That's the problem. The censorship. It wasn't you having to denounce Eliza Blue. It was the censorship story and the fact that you weren't talking to her. And before you say, well, she's just some small internet personality. No, you thought she was small enough to have her on your channel. Oh, we're just PR firms. Well, you had her on a channel. Are you a PR firm? Are you paid? Oh, I went back 10 seconds.
Think is a net negative in terms of moving forward. It exemplifies that these people are very much the exact same thing that AOC is that I despise and think we need to do away with, and convince me that so long as the right and the left exhibits these same phenomenons, the same features of cancel culture and lies, then there is no real path forward. Or, I don't know, maybe that's just...
I think that's pretty much that for that part, to be honest, because, again, there is so much here. I'll just show you the notes again. Look at this. I think I know the perfect spot to go to, though, where I fully take umbrage with everything. Where I think he fully goes off the rails. Let's see, about 1344. Because he starts saying that he's the new Joe Rogan, that he he's Joe Rogan. He thinks he's a big Joe Rogan dude. We know Tim Pool has a hard-on for Joe Rogan and things like that. And I'm saying this literally as a person who used to be a major Tim Pool fan. I watched everything that he put out. He was news. Then the Krigler thing happened. I was like, you know what? I'll just use him as news. Maybe there'll be something interesting on his night show. I'm not going near it. They're having Lauren Boebert and people like that on tonight. I'm not going anywhere near it. I don't care. I can go to so many other people for the news now. But this is a tax.
Can empathize with Joe Rogan because I can only assume what he goes through. But you take a look at what happens when you search for my name on YouTube. For one, obviously, you will get my channels, you'll get the videos I put up, and then you'll start getting weird nonsense things. The Majority Report with Sam Cedar, 6 days ago.
Don't care about Sam Cedar, don't care about the Young Turks. That's not the point here. It gets better.
Channel that's absolutely obsessed with me. I don't know why. H. John Benjamin explains Tim Pool's Bob's Burgers drama. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. So I think, this is probably in reference to something Sam Cedar told me years ago. The Young Turks make fake videos about me all the time. Here's another one from Sam Cedar. Tim Pool confused by Crowder's nonstop lies about Daily Wire beef. Well, I can say one thing. At least they made me look thin in this thumbnail. I actually look very thin. But Sam Cedar likes to do something.
Here's something interesting. He starts complaining about thumbnails here. And before we go further, I have some interesting things pulled up here. Complaining about thumbnails. Well, got this one. Yeah. Man, these are some interesting thumbnails because we're going to be going through a lot of Tim Pool's content today. How his thumbnails look, how they make people look weird and insane. Just, well, how they're designed to look and things like that. Here's Timcast. His Timcasts are usually just shots from OBS, but I'm doing this to basically debunk everything. Point out that he does the same thing he's complaining about.
Likes to use filters over my face to make it look like I'm corpse-like. This is exactly what I'm talking about with the issues of AOC. They put sound filters on my song to make the song sound bad, to trick their audience. The Majority Report is notorious for this. The Young Turks takes quotes from me out of context and lies about what I believe in order to generate traffic. Much like Jeremy Hambley and Brittany Venti did and some other characters about what I said about the Eliza Blue story.
What? Jeremy Hambley, the quartering, Brittany Venti, mistook what you said about the Eliza Blue story. Well, here's a funny thing about their videos, because I did see their videos. Actually, I did watch them. You guys can go watch them too. They take your own words. They don't. This is the difference. And this is Tim Pool showing who he really is. He didn't watch any of these videos. He just looked at their thumbnails, what their names are, and went from there. He never watched a single one. Because there's some interesting things in some of these videos. They took your own clip.
Which I'll get into in a moment. Of course, eventually you'll find I have a song out. Look at that, 1.2 million views. Here's someone, actual justice warrior, shout out, apparently defending me, I guess.
Well, he's defending you from TYT, and that's admirable, but anyways.
He smears Tim Pool. Here's someone calling me a scumbag. It's fine. Here's someone, Umbrella Guy, claiming
Shout out to that Umbrella Guy.
Tim Pool defends Eliza Blue. Here's Chrissy Mayer talking about me and whatever. The Umbrella Guy talking about me losing it. Brittany Venti talking about me. Here's the court.
So you know what? We'll go back 10 seconds real quick. Let's see. Tim Pool defends Eliza Blue. Tim Pool defends Eliza Blue, attacks the quartering. Timcast loves Jack Murphy. So this is a video that just came out today from that Umbrella Guy. Go check it out. It is Tim Pool's member segment, but the quartering, that Umbrella Guy talked over it, talked about what happened behind the scenes with Eliza Blue and some interesting facts. Well, we move forward. Here's him talking about
Umbrella Guy claiming Tim Pool defends Eliza Blue.
Because he did. Eliza Blue, Shane Cashman and Timcast article reaction. This is about the article. He is a part of Timcast. It is on Timcast. So yes, Tim Pool's Timcast journalist, Shane Cashman. Article by Tim Pool's Timcast journalist. This is not about you. This is about the article. Tim Pool loses big over Eliza Blue. Timcast rant about everyone. Yeah, you did.
Here's Chrissy Mayer talking about me and whatever. The Umbrella Guy talking about me losing it. Brittany Ventney talking about me. Here's the Quartering saying Tim Pool blasts his viewers on Timcast IRL. The Quartering issues and what is it? Issues and apology.
Well, that you see something there? I watched that video. Actually, I'm going to pull that video up here in a moment because he's complaining about, and I'm trying to double check my notes real quick, playing about thumbnails, Tugs, Chrissy Mayer, Brittany Ventney, and the Quartering. We are just TYT. Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
And back to Eliza Blue. Tim Pool versus his fans. So here's what ends up happening. And here's what I want to address as it pertains to drama and things like that. You know, I see these videos all day, every day from the likes of the Young Turks where they just lie about me all the time. And there's they make videos about a bunch of people, don't get me wrong. But let me see if I can scroll back to where they did this one video where they claimed I was hoping to sexually harass women, which is like a ridiculous nonsense lie. It's just not true. It's nothing I've ever said. These drama channels take things out of, okay, here we go. Creepy Tim Pool, I miss being able to sexually harass women at work. Literally never said that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Said in my video that you have to treat men and women differently because they're different. Then, of course, we have everyone's favorite Jeremy Hambley. Jeremy Hambley makes endless videos about me.
Makes endless videos about about Tim. Well, currently, and he goes into an interesting point later in his video. Let me check the timeline before attacks fans. Quartering his TYT, the PR firm, goes through the videos. He keeps going on. He talks about how, I did a video on Joe Rogan. The Tim does. I did a video on Joe Rogan because he's in the news. Maybe you're in the news right now. That's the problem. You hate being in the news. You hate people making videos about you. Then leave. Then leave YouTube. If somebody made a video about me tomorrow, I wouldn't care. I'd point and laugh, and they were right. I would be like, ha ha. If they were wrong, I'd ignore it. You're butthurt. That's the problem. He was butthurt over memes of himself. He was butthurt over the Jack Murphy beard and the Jack Murphy beanie meme. Tim Pool is nothing more than butthurt.
They get traffic. You take a look at his Joe Rogan video. Jeremy Hambley makes a video about Joe Rogan and he gets 115,000 views. He makes a video about Tim Pool and he gets 232,000. Maybe we scroll down. Here's another video he makes about Tim Pool. He gets 243,000 views. He makes a video about Eliza Blue, 61,000. This is what I'm talking about. Tim Pool blocks me, 317,000 views. I don't care. I'm talking about this only because I talk about what I care about talking about and what I think.
You talk about what you care about talking about and what you think is important. Maybe Jeremy's doing the same thing. You think about that? No? Oh, but for the most part, this whole video is about the Quartering. He talks about the Quartering nonstop. Where else are we? We're just TYT. Oh, yeah. Quartering makes videos about me. Attacks fans. 17. Oh, that's coming up.
It's important and what should be talked about. That is, if there is something that I think is impactful towards this world, and I think we'll address it. I think we will. Typically, I don't talk about me because most people who follow me don't know and don't care. But I'll give you an example of what this is. Did I attack my own fans? The answer is no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Because, and I brought receipts. This is me going into the receipts. Here we go. Make sure the volume's up.
All right. Yeah. Looks like we got some lot of drama comments. Let's start reading them. Jimbo says, so many came here to spread hate, not realizing their views and commentary help boost the algorithm for old Timmy Boy. You don't like it, watch something else. Otherwise, you're clowning yourselves. Well, I appreciate the super chat and appreciate it. And then I put up a poll and I said, smash the like button if you don't trust Eliza Blue. And 89% said I will like because I don't trust her. That means everybody who smashed the thumbs down trusts Eliza Blue. All right, well, that was an interesting, it's 13,000 votes. It's interesting to see that so many people came here to support her by giving us a thumbs down. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. A lot of people do support her. Scroats McGoat says, last night as a member, if Tim doesn't disavow Eliza tonight, get the out, Scroats McGoat. You can cancel right now and see you later. You will never wave money in my face and make me disavow anybody, especially someone I care so little about, Eliza Blue. She's been on the show 2 times. If you're going to cancel because I won't do what you say, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. All right, what else do we got? DJ Zeno says, unsubbed on members only after over a year. Here's $5 FU for you know. I'm pretty bummed. Thought you stood against censorship. Hope you change. See you later, buddy. Look, sad to see you go, but I will never cater to a mob, and that's it. End of story. Eliza Blue is not important. She's not important to me. She's not a member of Congress. She doesn't enact policy. She is a...
Man. This goes on. This is the whole thing. This is him talking about it. Oh, and they know the whole situation, too. You get Ian here.
If someone got banned off Twitter or any platform for a reason other than violating the terms of service, that's a big deal and should be taken up and will be if it happened with the Twitter administration or the administration of the social network. But the personal
You know it happened, though. We've been telling you it happened. You just ignore it.
stuff it's innate. It's like, no offense, TMZ garbage. It's like National Enquirer. I mean, if you like it, oh God. But there's a lot we can
It's
build.
questioning you.
I don't care if people care about this stuff. They're allowed to. But like the idea that people are going to come here and threaten, like, I will cancel my membership because you're not talking about someone no one ever heard of. It's like, dude, I get that you know who she is. But you know what's funny about Jack Murphy and Eliza Blue is that here's what happens. People ask questions about these personalities. And I know most people listening are like, I have no idea who these people are. And that's exactly it. We had about 40,000 peak concurrent viewers. We get, 300 to 500,000 video viewers.
Himself. I'm going to make sure I get there because he ends up talking about... we go into the PR thing. Let's see. I think it's right around here. If I'm right. Because he also brings up, hey, we're just bots. But yes, you did, in fact, Tim, attack your audience. You did. You lie in this video. You are a coward. You are a grifter. You misrepresent everything that's said. You know what? Because he decides to attack the fans, quarterings the TYT. I'll skip over to the, he reiterates the PR firm stuff, just goes full down in it, goes through the videos, berates creators, goes full frost. Let me see. What was berates creators? 2119. Let's start there. 2119. Let's right around here. Let's start.
Completely agreed. You've not provided a justification for the $100 billion we spent in Ukraine. It's fake. That's all it is. And there are a lot of people who really want that. There's a lot of people who really care about that. Good for you. You're not going to get it from me. I don't care. I think there's a lot of really messed up things happening in this world. And I'm not convinced that we're headed in a positive direction that's going to be able to solve these things because this is what people really want. 300. What do we have? Here we go. Tim Pool blasted for article. An article I didn't write. Shane Cashman wrote it.
On Timcast IRL. Timcast, your website, it's connected to you no matter what. You get blasted.
He works here. But he puts my name in the video because I guess people are obsessed with me. I would love it if people weren't. Tim Pool blocks me, 317,000 views. And they attacked me for doing it. There's literally nothing you can do in this space. Jeremy Hambley, the Young Turks, Sam Cedar, they're not the only ones. The crew, Brittany Venti. I mean, these channels, I don't care for. They don't talk about things that are going to change the way you buy food. They're not going to help you raise your kids. They're not going to solve the problem of crime skyrocketing in your city. They're not going to help you understand why...
You're not going to do any of that. I'm sorry, you're not. You are one dude. You literally berated people for not quitting their jobs, essentially. For not coming out and starving their kids. You berated people for that. That was one of the good moments of Jack Murphy. But, Jack Murphy, you think that he's just a small tier dude that people are offended with no evidence, even though we found evidence. Same with Eliza Blue. We're gonna come up to the end of this because it's so long. Quartering CYT, the PR firm, goes through the videos, berates... You know what? Let's go 2222. Let's wrap it up with, I think, the perfect ending to this.
Cancel your subscriptions at timcast.com if this is what you want. I know externally outside of all this as to why I'm done with it. I'm completely done with it. Cancel your subscriptions at timcast.com if this is what you want. I never wanted your money in the first place. I asked for your memberships at timcast.com because we want to open a coffee shop. We want to open a coffee shop. The construction...
You do know that the Quartering has a coffee company. It's called Coffee Brand Coffee. I'm not subscribed or anything. I'm not a sponsored, anything like that. I don't really care. But hey, it's not like other people are doing the same thing.
Contractors are there. They're planning it because we want people to be able to come to a place to share ideas, to resist what I view as the corruption of what was once a great country, the degradation, the psychotic woke cult. That's what I want to do. What I don't care for is grifters, outright grifters. They'll accuse me of all of that stuff. Fine, that's fine. But I'll tell you this right now. I'd have no problem, as I always say, hopping in my van and going down by the river and just living it.
ends up calling the quartering nothing more than a grifter. He also equates the swattings, the bomb threats, the threats on his life to the quartering. He berates the quartering for just about all the things that he does, but shock bait is bad. Let's skip to that one. 2420. Let's skip over to that because he has so much in this video.
Right, my life, and then I have to deal with the likes of Jeremy Hambley making videos saying assassination attempt on Tim Pool, just like extreme hyperbole and stuff like that, shock bait, garbage content. And I'm just like, I really don't want to be involved in this.
Shock bait, garbage content. Well, let's go back through your videos. Let's see. We have let's start because this is Tim Pool. Tim Pool addresses the quartering, Sam Cedar, the Young Turks, AOC, and online whatever. Let's see. Biden home just got raided by FBI. How does he put it down though? Biden's home raided by FBI. U.S. is in a controlled demolition. Biden scandal, corruption, and cultural decay. New email leaks implicate Biden in sharing classified info with Hunter. Man, that's, they're not that bad over here. You got Senator files for Oregon secession. State could rip in half as other states. How many Civil War videos has he done? Hyperbole. Oh, look, because he likes to talk about thumbnails and how they're all bad. You get this one. Elon Musk promises Fauci Expo. Laser eyes. Well, let's come over here. No, not that bad, but let's read some of the headlines, shall we? Feminists think men hate compliments. GOP rep Corey Mills sends gender grenades as grift trigger Democrats. WHO issues radiation guidelines sparking fear of nuclear war with Russia. BLM terrorist is praised by judge, sentenced to 1 year for firebombing. Man, kind of high. You're getting those clickbait stills, right? Man refuses to help women in gym after she gets pinned by weight. Tim Pool responds to Hassan Piker tribal leftist fake disagreement to grift even harder. What about over here? Because he also says that he's not into e-girl drama or e-girl celeb or e-celeb. So, what do we got? We got Twitch streamer cries after getting caught watching deep fake adult videos. Man, that's an e-celeb thing. You had the Hassan video. Timcast IRL gets censored live. Ooh, that's interesting. Hassan Piker slammed for criticizing Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, you went into the Mr. Beast stuff, didn't you? You're just above all the stuff. You're just above it all. You're better than all of us. Shock bait is bad. You're just a stalker. The quartering just lies. 25. You know what? Because this is gonna be a long video no matter what I do. This is just another video from Tim Pool. And yes, I've downloaded the video. This is a copy that I have. That is massive. Again, this is a 40-some minute video. I think the final thing that we'll go through is why I think Tim is doing this. Why I truly think he's doing this. Because he accuses the Jeremy of just simply lying about everything. We'll try to get there. We'll start here.
You can't. He posts smacks about me where he insults me. How do you deal with obsessed people? How do you deal with people who used to be your friends who make up lies about you all the time? And I'm not talking about Jeremy. I don't consider this guy to have ever been my friend. He makes videos about me where he insults me and then acts like he was my friend the whole time. And we were friendly and cordial. But seriously, this guy would he sends me a veiled threat.
Sends you a veiled threat. Well, what was that veiled threat? Well, he said it on the member stream. He said, my audience wants to go to war. I don't. Please tell me that dude is going after Eliza. Tim Pool made it sound like one big thing. Well, we come over here to the quartering. Oh no, we'll go over here because this is Tim Pool blasts his viewers on Timcast IRL. The quartering issues an apology and back to Eliza Blue. Here's the tweet the quartering put out with the veiled threat. For sure, I'll reach out to Cassandra soon. Cassandra, best friends with Eliza Blue, mind you. Also, Tim Pool's bookie. Even though our viewers want war, I don't. Separate response. Please tell me this dude took her to task. That sound like a threat to you? Now, the Quartering gave him credit. He goes like, you know what? It might have been a threat. Does that actually sound like a threat to you? Does that sound like a veiled threat to you? No, what really is the problem? What's the real problem, I think, with Tim Pool and with the Quartering? Let's just keep going, because he keeps going on.
He posts
this.
smack talk about me. He insults me and mocks me, and then he expects me to be his friend. No, I'm not interested in any of this.
He insults you and mocks you. How? Talking about you? Can we not talk about you? Can your friends not talk about you and criticize you when you might be doing something wrong? Are friends not allowed to criticize you? Soldier, No Green Rocks, Culture Casino, if you see this. Anybody who I have streamed with, if you see this, if you think I'm going down a bad path, if I'm doing something you disagree with, you are more than welcome to make a video about me, berating me, saying you think I'm doing something wrong. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not going to complain about it. I might actually take your criticism because I think you guys are awesome and I enjoy you and you are my friends. But no, Tim can't handle people actually making videos of him. He doesn't like the spotlight. He doesn't like this. If you don't like the internet, get off.
I'm not interested in being a leader to you. I'm not interested in being a leader to anybody. I'm not interested in being in Congress, being in politics. I'm barely interested in running a company. What I am is somebody who sees problems and tries to talk about them, and is far from perfect, and tries to be as honest as possible. As times change and new information comes in, my opinions probably do as well. I don't like hiding information from people. Emails, so many messages, they said, please don't stop. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep going. I had a few 100,000 followers at the time, I think, and I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I'll explain to you, man. I hope you understand. Some things you need to understand when it comes to a job like this. Every day I see the likes of AOC, Sam Seder, the Young Turks, Jeremy Hambley, making up weird grifter garbage nonsense to try to attract new fans. And I'm just like, I don't care.
The Quartering just makes up weird grifter garbage nonsense, just like AOC, Sam Seder, TYT. You know, the Quartering does actually some really good work. He's helped out a lot. He's helped you out, Tim. He's helped out Crowder. He has done stuff. He is not a grifter. Now, we might call him that. We call ourselves grifters as a joke, you know, lovable grifters. The Quartering is probably one of the most real people I have ever seen on the internet. I have tons of disagreements with him, but he's one of the most real people I've seen. He wants to be a real person. You, however, are just an elitist prick who's butthurt about memes, videos, and you say that we're lying about you, yet we saw the video. The clips are out there. You went ballistic on your chat, and in the member section, you continued going ballistic.
I'm hoping that we can talk about egg shortages, you know, and stuff like that, or the potential for cyber attacks, or as I often do, the prospect of civil war. In doing this job, my phone lights up nonstop. People are asking me for money. People are asking me for jobs.
I really don't care about this part because it gets into best friend stabbing his back, Elon simp. You know what? No, here in a bit. Here's
my email won't stop ringing. I get 500 to 1,000 emails per day that I have to just throw in the garbage. I get people saying things like, I need this from you. I want this from you. Why won't you have me on your show? I get people making up lies about why I couldn't have them on my show. I get people like Jeremy Hambley getting booked for my show, and then instead of coming on my show, he goes on some other show and then insults me.
So, hey, on your members segment, you guys berated him for his travel anxiety. Uber bad travel anxiety if you actually knew the guy, but you guys berated him for it. You actually made a joke about it. And what happened? Okay, so month in advance, Quartering has a bad travel anxiety. He admits he flaked. He admits he failed to book. That was on him. Tim gets mad because he goes on another person's show. How does Jeremy get on the other person's show? Well, I believe it was either Brittany or it was that Star Wars girl. Actually, I think he did both. Funny thing, haha, they use StreamYards. All Jeremy had to do was sit in his chair, turn on his PC and his camera, and go. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to travel. And he made fun of Tim Pool. He berates Tim Pool and threatens Tim Pool and talks smack about Tim Pool. No, what he said actually was he was talking smack about Jack Posobiec. And he said if people don't talk about this Eliza Blue censorship, in a day he'll do a video. He never brought up Tim Pool because I was in both those chats. You're just lying. You are no better than the Young Turks. You are no better than Sam Cedar. You are just a butthurt little prince. You are just an elitist. Tim has done some great work, but this whole drama that has blown up because he just wouldn't look into the actual story because he's nothing more than an Elon simp. He's an Eliza simp. He's passing the buck off on just a PR firm. It's some weird PR firm conspiracy that doesn't make sense because making yourself infamous isn't good. But he won't address it. He doesn't even have to denounce her. He just has to say, hey, we're looking into the censorship. Hey, censorship is wrong. Period. End of discussion. Hey, let's dig into this. Why are people getting censored? We had Andy Ngo today got censored. Did Tim Pool do a video? No. Why? Why won't Tim Pool do these videos? Is it because he's an uber Elon simp? What is it? Tim Pool is nothing more than butthurt and an elitist. But I'll leave it with that, guys. I do suggest you guys go check this out. Like, this is next level cringe, cope. This is his full Frosk moment. This is G4 levels of just doubling down. And also, when you bring up the video, because I have that good old-fashioned thumbs down thing, you can see the ratio on his video, on the initial video, and I'm going to pause it real quick, because all I have to do is do the reload.
Be a part of it. And,
oh, shut up. We already talked to you. It's 50. He doesn't usually get this on these normal videos. And his comment section, yeah, I'm in here a lot. His comment section is filled with people just berating him. Tim is so humble, he gives us permission to not like him. The Cordian can at least take the L and say where he is wrong, while Tim can't see where he is wrong and blows up over a simple message as if it's a big threat. Imagine calling people cowards for not standing up for free speech and proceeding not to stand up for free speech. All this is a censorship issue that you were refusing to address. Just had to say, hey, we're looking into it. That's all you had to do. But instead, you blew up. And you nuked your whole credibility. Man, such a free speech advocate. I'll leave it there. Let me get your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.